Hello and welcome to this edition of Tuscaloosa is Talking with Philip Coleman as we celebrate a reunion that's been a long time in the making. That is why I am so happy to have my longtime good friend, more like family, Milady Murphy, to finally join me on our podcast. Dr. Murphy, thank you so very much for finally being on the program with us.
Philip, thank you for the invitation, and it is family.
Absolutely. And as everyone already knows, Dr. Milady Murphy is both the founder and the longtime director of the Shelton State Community College Wellness Center. Also, for decades, Dr. Murphy and I did health, wellness, and fitness segments on television and radio, during which she shared her vast knowledge of health, wellness, and fitness with the community, beginning with the original Channel 33, back when it was still here in Tuscaloosa as Channel 33, and moving on to WVUA TV, where her segments can still be seen to this very day. And somewhere in between all those years, we also did our health, fitness, and wellness segments on the radio, back when I used to host and produce the Shelton State radio program. But we're making history here today as Dr. Milady Murphy appears for the first time on our podcast that I do with my beautiful wife, Michelle, who is the producer of this program. And Milady, even though we're coming to our viewers for the first time on what I call the new media, podcast, and YouTube, let's begin by discussing the relevance of an old adage, an old saying, and that is, sound body means a sound mind. Explain to us, please, Milady, the mind-body connection, how by maintaining a healthy body with a modest exercise program, a reasonable healthy diet, we are also maintaining our brains, maintaining our minds, leading to mental clarity and mental alertness well into our senior years.
You know, Philip, you're so right, and it is true, sound body, sound mind, and it is a combination of lifestyle concepts of good nutrition, exercise, and as you noted earlier off camera, we were talking about strength training and cardiovascular exercise and stress management techniques. That formula, those are the foundational principles of wellness education that you and I talked about through the years. But what it does for our heart health, what it does for our cognition, all comes together. And now we're seeing more and more epidemiological studies and the American Medical Association advocating how lifestyle changes, small changes in each of those areas, nutrition, exercise, and stress management, strengthens our body, our heart, and our mind.
And Milady, all during the decades that we did our segments regarding wellness, fitness, and health, you always emphasized that good fitness is accessible to everyone, regardless of their age, regardless of their fitness level. It doesn't take a whole lot of hard, strenuous, athletic type exercising. You can achieve it just through modest motion, incorporated almost into everyday activities, just ordinary, reasonable, modest working out, walking, maybe a stationary bike, but just something basic and simple can have tremendous, significant impact on maintaining, but also improving our overall health.
You're so right, Philip. You know, exercise doesn't have to be athletic in nature for it to be effective. And as you noted, it can be very simple circulation exercises or just moving about in the house, getting up and down, walking upstairs, just basic movement, getting up and doing something to increase circulation in our body, which has a very effective health benefit to our heart health, circulation, immune system, and thereby improving cognition.
And also, it's very important that we incorporate some resistance training, and I always stress modest strength training. We're not talking about lifting weights to the point to where you're going to be having the veins in your neck looking like they're about to explode, but just some modest strength training. You used to always say that you just get some cans of soup that are already in your cabinet and just do some bicep curls with the cans of soup that are already in your kitchen cabinet. Maybe do some shoulder press exercises with just ordinary cans of soups. Something just that simple, once again, can have tremendous impact for the good in our overall health.
That's right, Philip. And lifting weights does not have to be machines or heavy weights. It can be light handheld weights. It could be cans of soup, bean bags, something that forces you to move through a range of motion to get that circulation going, to bring oxygen into the system, to improve our heart health, and thereby improving our brain health. And the formula for lifestyle changes that seems to have a significant effect on us is good nutrition, physical activity, and managing stress. And that formula, with practical application, seems to help with lots of small changes in each of those areas, makes a significant difference in our quality of life, in our independence, and how we get about in life.
And when we talk about exercising to maintain the health of our bodies through, again, modest exercises, realistic, achievable exercising, and a modest, reasonably healthy diet, that benefits our bodies, obviously, but it benefits our minds, as you have said just a few moments ago, because it ensures circulation to our brains. It ensures that a good supply of oxygen is being delivered to the brain through all that exercise, and that is what helps us remain mentally alert, mentally active, all through the entire duration of our lives, well into our so-called senior years.
Yes, Philip. And, working with our physicians to help keep our blood pressure, our cholesterol, our blood sugar in check, along with a healthy lifestyle, all comes together for sound body, sound mind. And the emphasis more than ever before, especially as we age, is nutrition to improve our heart health, nutrition to help our immune system, nutrition to help regulate the blood sugar, the blood pressure, cholesterol. And so all that comes together in improving heart health and mind health. But also exercise is an important part to that equation for immune system, for muscle mass and maintaining muscle and maintaining strength of our bones. All that is essential for our independence, quality of life, sound body, sound mind. And then managing stress, finding ways to be around others, have a support system, having some type of social network seems to benefit us in lowering the stress hormone cortisol.
Yes.
And when we do that, we lower the bad cholesterol, which affects our heart in a negative way, which also affects our brain in a negative way. So all this type of equation, this formula, and if we can do little things in each of those areas, it will provide significant health gains in our body and our mind.
And speaking of the benefits of this socialization, maintaining contact with loved ones,
Yes.
friends, and so forth, that can be beautifully combined with an exercise program
100%.
because when possible, it's good to maybe go for an exercise walk with a friend, go for an exercise walk with a loved one, and therefore you're doing two vital things at once. You're socializing, you're maintaining your social contact with someone, At the same time, you're going for that walk, which is, benefiting the physical side, and then you're walking and talking at the same time, and that's creating a positive social, mental, and emotional interaction as well.
100%, Philip. Well said. All that is part of stress management. We may not label it that way, but all that support system, exercising or being around others in a way of fellowship, and combining it with exercise is even more significant to gain those benefits. So it's valuable in so many ways, socializing, and if you can do it through physical activity, even more so. And having a support system of a loved one to exercise with has so many contributions, not only to heart health, but brain health as well.
And when we talk about a realistic, achievable, reasonable, healthy diet, one thing to keep in mind is the so-called Mediterranean diet, with the heavy emphasis on fruits, vegetables, nuts, lean meats such as chicken and fish. Incorporating that into one's diet can also be part of an overall positive, effective health plan throughout the years of our lives.
Philip, you're so right. And the American Medical Association embraces the DASH diet, the Mediterranean diet, and the MIND diet, which is a combination of both. And as you noted so well, is the emphasis, the underlying theme nutritionally in all those dietary approaches and plans is more fruits and vegetables, lean sources of protein, the good fats, and staying away from trans fats and processed foods and additives. And so whole foods that you noted are the way to go about for heart health, muscle and bone health, as well as brain health. So all of that comes together. It's all integrated in that formula of good nutrition, exercise, and stress management.
And when we talk about healthy fats, we're talking about perhaps like cooking with olive oil and using a salad dressing that's heavily based in olive oil.
Yeah, Philip, you're right. Olive oil is a great fat. It's a good fat. It has monounsaturated properties that's good for our heart health and brain health. Also acknowledges avocado oil as well as a good fat, and nuts and seeds are good fats, as well as avocados, olives. Getting those types of fats in your diet rather than trans fats is good for heart and brain health as well. Well said.
So finally, as we sort of sum things up, it's very healthy as we enter our so-called senior years, and make sure that we keep the golden years truly golden
Yes,
and
I like that.
not tarnished
Right.
by bad health. It's good to have a mixture of our fitness plan. And again, just keeping it mild, something that we can easily incorporate into our lifestyle. And, a nice walking plan, perhaps work in a 30-minute walk every other day at least with a friend, if that's possible. And then maintain some modest strength training or resistance training, because I've heard that when everyone reaches a certain age, we start to lose muscle mass. And it's very important that we maintain muscle mass to protect our bones, to protect ourselves from the dangers of falling down and injuring ourselves and breaking bones when we fall. We protect ourselves from that by maintaining muscle mass, and that's done by just simple strength training. As we said before, it doesn't have to be some intense heavy weightlifting like we're going to be, running for Mr. Universe or something, but just some simple, modest weight training. Like we said a few moments ago, with just cans of soup or something of that equivalent weight, and just do that every other day to keep that muscle mass maintained. Because I heard a fitness expert on the Today Show just this morning was stressing that how everyone, when they reach a certain age, they start to lose muscle mass, and a key to longevity for everyone is to maintain muscle mass. That's an important part of the formula toward longevity is to maintain muscle mass, and that can be easily, simply done by just doing some simple weight training that everyone can incorporate into their ordinary lifestyle.
Well said, Bud.
Well, Milady, as always, this has been a wonderful, highly beneficial, informative talk with you, as it's been through the decades. We haven't missed a beat.
No, we haven't.
And we hope that this is just going to be the first of many appearances on our new podcast.
Yes, and I appreciate it. And thank you for always being an advocate of wellness education. It's been a pleasure working with you through the years, and we're going to continue.
And thank you for being such an invaluable resource for the entire community in maintaining health, fitness, and overall wellness. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us also. We appreciate your precious time. Be sure to always like, share, and subscribe. By all means, subscribe to this program. When we say subscribe, it doesn't cost you a thing. It just means you'll receive a brief notification when we have done a new program. It doesn't cost you a thing, but by all means, please subscribe to this program. We will greatly appreciate it. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this edition of Tuscaloosa's Talking with Philip Coleman, and we will see you again next time.